So the other, I'll try to make this one less. We talked about this, but Californication happened for me when there wasn't a band, which is before Californication. We had kind of melted into the ethers of Los Angeles drain pipes. And I was traveling the world, and I used to like to go to New Zealand, and I was walking through some back alley, and I started literally hearing, like it was being transmitted to my head from outer space, melody and lyrics for Californication. And I would stop like on the stoop of different buildings, and I just started writing stuff down and singing the melody over and over and over in my head because I didn't want to forget it. And it was pre-smartphone. And I had it, and I was like, I'm keeping this. This means something to me. I feel like no matter what band, no band, like I have this little jam in my head. Then I get back to LA, and some weird magic happens, and John rejoins and is in a really interesting headspace. And he and I start hanging out late at night around ashtrays and record players, guitars, and writing some songs, which felt good. Like we were both broken and willing and eager to like get back into that special something. And I played him or sang to him Californication, and it, the look in his eyes was, yes, this is the song. But he could not, for all of his trying, crack the code of what goes with Californication musically. And he tried, and he knew how much it meant to me. But in the interim of that song failing, we finished the record. Wrote the other songs, recorded the record, and I was like, what about Californication? And he was like, I know, I've there's this, but this is not right. I was like, it's pretty good. He's like, yeah, but it's not the one. And so we finished our record, and we were just crossing the T's and dotting the I's at the very end. And he came bursting in through the back door of the studio where he had been outside with his electric guitar playing acoustically. And he said, I got it. And I looked at him, and he looked wild and disheveled and like a maniac. And he showed it to me. And at first it was so sparse and like he could barely play it. So he might have been like making a few mistakes. And I was like, what the hell is that? Like, what? Because it's little and it's open. And then I was like, oh.
2 chords.
Yeah, so I was like, I wasn't quite matching his beautiful thoughts to the melody. I was like, wow, does that work? But it worked out just fine.
If it's okay, can I play like 10 seconds?
Do what you got to do if it's okay.
This is the...
I'm in your house.
This is the demo.
What?
It's Californication. It's the head of the world in all the Western civilization.
So, what I want to say to you is you're doing the same thing.
Pretty much.
You knew that was the melody, that was the right thing for the words. Like you had this vision for the song, and it's okay, right? Like that is clearly not right. Like we don't want to listen to that, right? We want to listen to the other version of the thing, which is okay. Sometimes you get the thing wrong, but it was one of my questions for you way later, but the ability to not give up on something that's great, because that is great. Like the words, the melody, everything, the ability to not give up and like work yourself so hard to like find the right thing. And, some other people would be, other musicians, people I've been around, would be like, no, sorry, that's the way the song goes. Like they wouldn't be able to do it. They wouldn't be able to even, or they could try and fail and then give up. But to not give up, that's probably one of your guys' biggest songs, right? It is.
Yeah, it's up there. It's up there.
By the way, 2 of your biggest songs came vocals first.
That's probably why they're waiting for me to come in with vocals.
Big, not big, doesn't matter, but it's how it was received at the end of the day. But it's amazing to hear where it was to then be able to go through that process. And
I give that up to John.
Yeah.
Because John hears things in his mind and his heart and his spirit and, some other level of consciousness. And then, it's kind of like that, what I'm not even sure which brain quality that is, but where you have to, someone will sit there at the free throw line and they'll shoot baskets, and it's not until they make it, but it's until they hear the correct sound of the net that the ball is passing through. And it's this obsession, this compulsion in a positive way that drives you to get to what's in your mind. And John has that. And
he's Michael Jordan level.
John
Frusciante is Michael Jordan of the guitar. I will take that.
I like it. You can take that.
And I read this thing that he was listening to Carnage Visors a lot at the time, which is the soundtrack that The Cure did. And it's all instrumental. It's a lot of space in the chords and like that. Supposedly he was listening to that, and then it clicked for him to try something with a lot of space in the chords to support what's happening. And if you listen to that other version, the band's doing a lot. You're not focused on what you're saying. And the busy. Words, it's a little busy. It detracts from the story. Whereas the version that we know and we all love, you're right there with you on this journey of whatever the song's about. So, that's pretty awesome.